Well, today we found a new place to walk along the Rio Grande. It's a paved path and you can see me wheeling my video equipment up the river. Rosalind came across an interesting plant. It's called a scorpion weed. It's called a scorpion weed because the stems curl like a scorpion's tail. Besides being a beautiful plant, the bees love its nectar. Here's a relatively small cottonwood tree along the trail we're taking. There's a rainstorm in the area and the winds have picked up considerably, looking how they blow the leaves. This hanging pod will turn into seeds and eventually blow in the wind. Even though the Rio Grande is not flowing at full speed right now, it's still beautiful to look at. Here is a mallard duck swimming upstream in the tributaries of the Rio Grande. Rain in the area is kicking up some dust. He can't figure out which way he wants to go, north or south. So it looks like he took the easiest path and went downstream. Further up the river, we found a lot more ducks. We even got to see a duck fight. Well, that sometimes happens in the spring, but it looks like they've made up and they're coming out to feed. If you look very closely, you'll see swifts photobomb the ducks. There's lots of swifts along this river and they mostly come out towards the evening hours. They feed on the many insects that fly around over the Rio Grande this time of year. This is a beautiful green fern-like plant that serves as a good wind block. The mountain range in the background is the Organ Mountains. Simply beautiful, and the water is shallow. There must be food underneath. I wonder what the ducks are bobbing for. We saw this small little beautiful tributary along our walk. More beautiful purple flowers along the riverbank. After the wind subsided, there was a small little drizzle, and I caught it on video. I think this small little part of the river is an animal sanctuary because the ducks know you can't get to them. The sides of the river are heavily shrubbed, and there's no sneaking up on them from the bank. If you look closely, you can see the insects flying in the wind and the swifts coming in and grabbing them. Much of the debris on top of the river is from the pollen that has blown from the plants surrounding the area. Look at how the water glistens in the sunshine. Mallard ducks are known as dabbling ducks, and they get most of their food near the surface. They don't dive underwater to get their food. Mallard ducks are social animals and tend to congregate in groups. The ducks we're looking at now are female mallard ducks. You can tell because they don't have the green feathered plumage on their head. Mallard ducks like to live in the wetlands, and this river is perfect for that. They like to eat water plants and small animals. I slowed the speed of this clip down so you could see the swifts coming in, grabbing the insects amongst the ducks. I switched to a wide-angle view so you could see the number of swifts coming in along the top of the river. They fly so fast and turn so quick, it's hard to catch them on video. I thought this was a pretty scene with the clouds reflecting off the top of the water. The females lay 8 to 13 creamy white to greenish buff spotless eggs. We walked 2 miles to get to this location where there is a chair placed for our comfort. Here's all my camera gear packed away in a nice little cart to wheel down the path. This location shows both the river and the path together. I walked up the path a little further to see if there was a way to get a little bit closer to the ducks, but had no luck. It was just too heavily shrubbed. So I came back to see what Rosalind was doing, and she had the ducks in her viewfinder, but she was fully zoomed in. I saw this mile marker running across the trail, but I'm not sure what mileage it's measuring. Is it from the end that we came from, or is it from the other end of the trail? We are in a COVID pandemic, and it's nice to see Rosalind smile, but she has her mask ready in case there's any other hikers coming up or down the trail. And yeah, I had to put myself in the video as well. I couldn't resist. We're just talking about things we saw along our journey. See, here comes another hiker, and we put our mask on real quick just to stay protected and safe. Just by chance, we caught some ducks coming in for a landing. Well, it's been a fun day, and the sun is starting to set, so we're on our way back to the car. The moon is almost full as it shows itself behind the cottonwood tree.